Fire in the lump charcoal hole. Let's cook a steak. Notice I'm using lump charcoal today. That's the only kind of charcoal you can use when you're making caveman steaks. So stay tuned. Hello and welcome once again to my backyard. What I got going on here today is I got a couple of beautiful New York strip steaks. I'm going to cook these caveman style. And everybody and his brother has done this. T-Roy just did it a few weeks ago. And everybody does it. I'm just going to take some Sang stir-fry oil. I've got my lump charcoal sitting right on the bottom grate with no grate on top. I'm just going to paint these with some Sang stir-fry oil just to get a little coating of oil on them. There you go. I'm going to do both sides. I got some salt, pepper, and garlic blend that I make myself, and I'm going to liberally coat these with that salt, pepper, and garlic. Both sides. Going to flip them over and do that on the other side. Then we're going to, when the coals get hot enough, we're going to put these directly on the hot coals. So stay tuned. This is going to be something to see. I've never done this before. So stay tuned. The coals are nicely ashed over and the fire is super hot. So now the moment of truth, we're going to take one of these steaks and just drop it. Well, first we got to, I'm going to skip the step. Got to take a comic book and blow off any loose ash that's just hanging around. Try to get as least amount of ash on our meat as we can. Now we're going to throw this steak right on the hot fire. Here comes another one. There you go. Caveman steaks right on the hot fire. Let me back out of that a little bit. I'm very close to the grill and I don't want my camera to get too hot. But there you go. We're going to let those rock and roll on there for about 2 minutes and then we'll flip them over and I'll show you how we do that, so stay tuned. The steaks have been cooking for about 2 minutes and I'm starting to see like a little bit of blood on top there. So what I want to do now is get it off of there, brush off any embers, and flip it over. Sometimes the embers will stick like that. I'll brush them off. There you go. Get that off of there. Man, that fire is hot. You talk about a crust. I got a crust on those steaks. Alright, so let me cook them 2 minutes on the other side. Then we'll get them off there and get them on the cutting board and let them rest. And while they're resting, we'll drink a beer. So stay tuned. So my caveman steaks are done. What you want to do at this point is take a pastry brush and just brush off whatever loose ash might have got stuck to them. And just going to let them rest a minute, let that carryover cooking, finish cooking the meat, because they're only at about an internal temperature of about 110, and I would like at least 130. Then we're going to drink a beer while that's happening, and then we'll slice into them. So please stay tuned. My steaks are resting. There's the Frosty Root Boy mug, the star of the show, by the way. Here's today's beer, Tiny Bomb, an American Pilsner from the Wiseacre Brewing Company, Memphis, Tennessee. So after the last 2 beers I had, this could be the worst beer in the world. It wouldn't be as bad as those. Oh, it's nice and foamy. Okay. Let's pour that out. It's American Pilsner, which is a style that they like over in Europe, Pilsner. I think Budweiser is supposed to be a Pilsner, but it isn't really. It's rice beer. And that's got a lot of foam. I know that's the way Roll likes them. You know, they like them like that over in Amsterdam and over in wherever Roll's at. I don't even know. Where do you live, Roll? I forget. He's over in that place over there with the windmills and all that. Not Holland, but what do they call that? I've totally drawn a blank. Yeah, Roll, Tiny Bomb American Pilsner. You didn't know Americans could make Pilsner, did you? All right, let's take a sniff of that. I don't know what to expect, but I think it's going to be good. It smells really good. It smells just like beer. It's got a beautiful light yellow color. Let's quaff the froth off it, Roll. What do you think? .3 alcohol. You could drink this all day. And it's got an amazing smooth flavor. Tiny Bomb American Pilsner. Alright, let's cut into our steaks and see how we did with the caveman style steak. Stay tuned. Alright, it's time to cut into those steaks. I'm going to slice right into the middle of this one. And it's looking really good. It's gonna be, oh yeah, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful medium rare right there, you can see. A beautiful medium rare. It's got the, this awesome crust on it. I can't let this little piece get away. This little crusty piece of fat right there. Oh man, that's got the best taste, the best flavor, beefy flavor. I gotta slice off a piece and taste it. Oh man. I'm sorry I waited so long to do this. Now, I should have did this a long time ago. Look at that beautiful juicy meat. Ah, it's excellent. It's cooked just the way I like it. You know what I used to say? Just walking through a warm room. That's awesome. Well, I have to tell you, I wouldn't do this every day, but if I was out in the woods and I didn't have a grill grate, I could definitely get into doing my steak this way. So anyway, babies, that's my video. Caveman style steaks. Hope you liked it. This beer is pretty good. Tiny Bomb American Pilsner. It's way better than the last two I had. And like I always say, babies, if you like this crap, please subscribe. Go down to that little square down there and subscribe. If you don't, go up and see my boy Carl Baker at Baker Barbecue. He's cooking up some good stuff, and he's a good dude. Go see the Baker Barbecue. Come back next week. We may not cook anything good, but I guarantee you we'll drink a beer. That American Pilsner 4.3 alcohol, you could drink this all day. Tastes great. Less filling. Anyway, yeah, babies, bye. See you next week.